The Asset Warp tool is similar to Puppet Warp tool in Adobe Photoshop, which provides you with a visual, net-like mesh over your images to allow you to dramatically distort some parts while leaving other parts intact. Double-click the movie clip symbol in the library called Monkey Tail. Animate puts you into symbol editing mode. On the stage is a simple graphic of a straight tail with a bushy end. Select all the graphics in the symbol, and then select the Asset Warp tool. Click inside the monkey tail near the base. A mesh is created over the entire tail with a single pinpoint. The pin anchors that part of the image in place. Let's zoom in to see this a little bit better. Create a second pin in the middle of the tail and a third pin at the end of the tail just before the bushy part. You now have 3 anchor points on the tail. Drag the third pin closest to the end of the tail upward. The mesh warps the tail so it curls upward. Hold Alt or Option and click the third pin, or choose the Fix Handle Mode option in the Properties panel. Move your pointer close to the dashed circle around the pin until your pointer changes to a curved arrow. Rotate the mesh around the pin to rotate the bushy end. You've created a warped image in one keyframe. Now you'll create another warped image in a later keyframe and animate the changes. Insert a keyframe on frame 16. Insert another keyframe in frame 40. You now have 3 keyframes with identical meshes over the monkey tail. Select the middle keyframe in frame 16, and with the Asset Warp tool, drag the pins to uncurl the monkey tail slightly. Select any frame between the first and second keyframes and choose Create Classic Tween above the timeline. A classic tween is applied between your first mesh and your second mesh, and the tail uncurls smoothly. Select any frame in between the second and third keyframes, and choose Create Classic Tween once again. A classic tween is applied between your second mesh and your third mesh, and the tail curls again. Add frames up to frame 72. This way the tail remains curled for 3 seconds. Exit symbol editing mode. Create a new layer at the bottom of all your other layers. And rename it monkey_tail. Drag an instance of the monkey tail movie clip from the library panel and into the new layer. Position the tail behind the monkey where a tail should be. Test your movie by using Control Test or press the Test Movie button in the upper right corner of the Animate interface. The warped tail curls and unfurls as the rest of the animation proceeds. Classic tweens can also have eases, which will make your motions look more natural. Double-click the monkey tail movie clip in the library and enter symbol editing mode. Move the playhead between the first and second keyframe. In the Properties panel, with frame selected, enter -100 for the classic ease value. A negative value represents an ease in, where an object gradually starts off from its initial keyframe. Select any frame between the second and third keyframes, and in the Properties panel, enter 100 for the classic ease value. A positive value represents an ease out, where an object starts off quickly but gradually slows down as it moves toward its next keyframe. Press Return or Enter to preview the effects of the ease in and ease out on the animation of the tail. Exit Symbol Editing mode to return to the main timeline.